I am so fucking excited to tell you that my movie, The Machine, will be in theaters May 25th, Memorial Day weekend. Put it on your calendars. Memorial Day weekend, The Machine is going into theaters. Only theaters. Opening wide across the country. Thank you. It's because of you guys, because of the positive comments that you shared when I posted it, and I leaked the trailer on my Instagram. I leaked the trailer on my YouTube. All the positivity you guys did, all the sharing. I know exactly the metrics of that, and it did very well, and it is because of you that this movie will be in theaters. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I can't tell you how happy I am. You know Billy Gardell?
I do know Billy. Billy was in my first pilot, and I was trying to put him in his second pilot. And what happened to him now?
He lost a bunch of weight.
What did he do? Surgery?
I don't know. I'm guessing. I know
he doesn't look
Billy,
right to me.
I know Billy pretty well. I don't think he was working out.
No, and I know Billy because he was in my first pilot, and then I was trying to get him in my second.
Whoa!
I'm telling you.
Whoa! Holy shit!
Yeah, it doesn't look like the same guy.
It does not look like the same. That's Billy. When the fuck was that?
Yeah. And I have a theory about that. I have a theory about...
What did he do to keep the weight? What did he say?
Probably did the surgery.
He had to get the surgery, right?
Yeah, because you can't lose weight like that.
He lost 370 pounds.
How?
He weighs 370 pounds.
Well, he weighs, what does he weigh now?
212.
And how did he do it?
What does it say? He had type 2 diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he had to do it.
I lost 30 pounds, but then COVID hit. And when they punched up all the markings you hit, here's all the risk.
Bariatric weight loss surgery last July.
Yeah, he had the surgery.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And maybe it was a health thing.
It had to be. Well, so Bobby Kelly got it too. When you get to that size, and by the way, I'm a big guy.
But it's weird. You know, I was watching a scene with him like this now.
Shit.
He looks like a different guy.
He looks like a very different guy.
And for some reason, because he's a chubby guy, and that's part of his humor to me, when you see a guy that was like kind of heavy, I don't know if he could be as funny that way.
Nah, I don't care. I mean, if you're funny, you're funny.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, people always say that to me. They're like, what if you lost weight? Could you take your shirt off? I go, I don't really give a fuck. Like, I go, let me try. I'll find. I would love to be jacked and ripped, take my shirt off, and everyone's like, whoa. I mean, I think.
I heard somebody said this. Like, there's nothing funny about a physically fit guy. I heard somebody say that. Which is some truth to that.
There's truth to it, but you look at Rogan's ripped.
Yeah, I mean.
Rogan's ripped. Segura now is ripped.
Yeah, those guys are animals.
Yeah,
I don't know Rogan and those guys, but I mean, I personally, so. But this guy made his bones as a guy who's overweight.
Yeah.
He made, so now I'm saying the image of him is like, when you see him, and then all of a sudden he's shrunken down to like a thin, skinny guy. You go, wait a minute, that's not the same guy.
You definitely will say that, but I would argue this way is now he gets to see his son get married. So like part of me goes,
I understand.
Part of me looks at it and I go, the first thing I thought was, oh, he gets to see his son get married. Because he wasn't going to live forever that size.
I get it. And you know what? And good for Billy. I like Billy's I consider him
what if that happened to let's flip it. Like who? Adam Sandler's a little.
I've seen guys that were fat, and then when they weren't fat, I've seen guys when they lost the weight, they weren't funny anymore.
Really?
Some actors, some people that I've seen that were funny, and then all of a sudden they're I'm not saying they're like Eddie Murphy who came up. Eddie Murphy was a genius. Eddie Murphy was physically fit. Didn't matter.
And he was like
but he was hysterical.
Yeah, he was. God, he was.
But I'm talking about a big fat guy.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, whatever, you call it what it is.
Yeah,
he's
big,
a fat guy.
Yeah.
And then you see him physically fit. He's not half as funny anymore. Some.
Well, I think for some people, there's a narcissism that turns into.
Am I wrong for saying that?
No, not at all. Not at all. It's something I deal with all the time. There's a narcissism that goes into losing weight, going to the gym, being vain. And there's a relatability in a guy who is not vain, enjoys life, and isn't worried about his abs and isn't worried about his deadlift. You know, like there's a real like.
But if you're if it's unhealthy and
Yeah.
it's your life is on the line, I get it. I get it.